Hey Brick fans, this is Dave from Brick 101, and today I'm going to show you how to build this miniature Super Nintendo out of Lego bricks. Hey Brick fans, so I'm really excited to show you how to build this mini Super Nintendo, but first I want to announce something really exciting. I am doing a giveaway. Working in partnership with Brickly, I am able to provide 5 copies of this set that I will give away to 5 lucky winners. I'll explain that contest and some other updates just right now, but if you want to skip ahead to the building instructions, there's a link in the video description and pinned comment that will let you skip ahead over those updates to the building instructions. So first off, let's talk about this contest. So Brickly is a new app that launched just a few months ago that is just for sharing cool creations built out of bricks, whether that's built out of Lego, Mega Bloks, whatever, just cool custom creations by people. I've got a profile on there where you can see some of my cool builds, and Brickly reached out to me to do a cool promotion around this how to build. So they provided some money so that I could buy multiple copies of this set and ship it to winners. If you want to enter that contest, you need to be a resident of the United States, and then you need to go sign up for the Brickly app. And when you sign up for the Brickly app, there is a field that says, how did you hear about Brickly? You're going to put Brick 101 in that field. This contest will be open through the rest of October 2017. The end of October, we'll look at everybody who signed up for the app with the Brick 101 thing and pick 5 winners to ship a copy of the set. So that's exciting. Many thanks to Brickly for partnering with us to run this giveaway. A couple other updates before we jump into the build. As you may know, I change the background color of my videos every month with a different roll of paper. Based on the comments from last month, I decided to do black this month and orange in the month of November. We got a lot of comments for black and orange last month. Could have done orange this month, but I felt like black was more fitting for the spookiness of Halloween. And orange works in November because it's still harvest time and leaves and pumpkins and all that good stuff. So those are the next 2 colors. Let me know in the comments what you want to see me have the color be in December. So last week, Nintendo released the Super Nintendo Classic. I have been so excited for this for so long. When I was growing up, I had a Sega Genesis, but I always wanted a Super Nintendo. A lot of my friends had them, and I've played a lot of Super Nintendo games on Virtual Console, on the Wii and Wii U, but I've never had a Super Nintendo of any kind. So I was really excited when they announced the Classic. I stayed up until 2 a.m. my time the night it launched last week to get one, ordering off of ThinkGeek. So really glad I was able to get through the website being slow and everybody trying to get one. Managed to get one. Super excited to start playing games on it. I haven't had a chance yet because it's been kind of a whirlwind last few days. But if you want to see me play games on the Super Nintendo Classic, I'll probably be doing that on my gaming channel, Brick 101 Gaming, probably starting with Donkey Kong Country, because that's a game I've always wanted to play start to finish and never have. So if you haven't already subscribed to Brick 101 Gaming, be sure to do that if you want to see me play some SNES games. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's start building the Super Nintendo. So this build, we're actually going to start kind of building from the middle up. Trying to build from the bottom is more complicated, so middle is easy. So take some 2x6 plates, 3 of those, and a 1x6 plate. Combine those with a 1x3 and a 1x4, so you have a nice 7x7 area. If they made a 7x7 plate, you'd use one of those, but Lego doesn't like odd numbers like that. Then we're going to cover the back 2 stud width with tile. So I'm using a 2x4, which nicely connects 3 of those, and a 2x2, and then a 1x2. So that got some nice connections there. This area is going to be built up a little bit for the bump where the cartridge goes. So this is going to be a 1x6, 1x2, 1x6, and a 1x2. So that all fits in there as plates. in the center there, so the cartridge can go in and come out easily. Just put a tile. Any color will work. I'm just putting off gray there. And then you'll also want to put a 1x1 plate of some kind in there. I'm again just using gray because I like to be consistent, but it could really be any color. Moving forward to connect those plates, do a 1x2 tile, some 1x2 jumpers, and some 1x2 jumpers. And this will be a 1x3 tile that hangs forward a little bit. And then for here, you're going to use a 1x1 tile in light gray, then pull in our first dark gray piece here for the reset button. So should look like that, and like that on the bottom. Finishing off the top, get some purple 1x2 tiles, and those are going to be the power and reset button. This is the eject button. Did I call that reset earlier? Eject, power, eject, reset. I know buttons. This is going to be 1x6 tile, 1x2, 1x6, 1x2. So we've got a nice top. Now let's build a cartridge. Start with a 1x3 and 1x2 dark gray plate. Then we're going to build up 3 Erling bricks. I like this kind of headlight brick for this a little bit better because it's got that recess as opposed to the new style headlight brick, which is a flat. But you could use those. Take some 1x1 plates, add a 1x1 tile, all in dark gray. Build 2 of those, put 1 on each side. Connect the top. 1x3 tile works great here, otherwise a 1x2 that would hold it together and a 1x1 works. I know 1x3 tiles are still kind of rare. Now you just need to figure out what game it's going to be and put relevant tiles on the front. So Super Nintendo cartridges, usually this side is just black over here, and then pictures of the game would be over there. So I'm using a 1x2 medium blue tile because that is kind of the color scheme of the Super Mario World cartridge, and I figured that's what most people would have in their Super Nintendo when they first opened the box. But there's other printed tiles that can look cool, like this tarot card of the sun. It looks like it could be game art. This old school adventurers tile with Johnny Thunder running away from a dinosaur really looks like a video game cartridge. But we'll just do the medium blue. And then this can connect there. It just connects by 1 stud, which means it will stay in, won't fall out, but it's very easy to pull in and out. You could also do a stud on the other side if you want a little more sturdiness, but this works really well. I feel like it's the right height for the cartridge look when it's inside. It doesn't look great when it's pulled out, probably should be 1 plate taller, but I think it looks really great in the top of the SNES. Okay, now we're going to build down. So if you flip this upside down, ready to build below, take some 2x3 and 2x4 plates, do 2 layers crisscrossed like so. That's going to go right there. Then you're going to get some more 2x3 plates and a 1x3 plate and do a layer across the bottom going forward. So there's overhang in the front for more stuff to connect. Then back here we're going to take some bricks, 1x6, 1x4, 1x6, 1x4. Then we're going to fill in the center. The color of these bricks does not matter, they won't be seen. I'm just using light gray for consistency. I'm doing them all as 1x3s because of the way I'm doing jumpers below this. It makes them connectable how I want them. So yeah, if you're going to do jumpers below, you kind of have to do 1x3 bricks here. 2x3 bricks won't work in this space, and they all need to be lined up like that. So the alignment is pretty important there. For the bottom, I'm using 9 2x2 jumpers and 3 1x2 jumpers. So those 2x2 jumpers go across like so, And you can see the effect it has here is it centers something that is 6 wide within that 7 wide area above it, and has this nice half stud offset that runs all the way around. I think it looks really nice, but if you don't have this many jumpers, you could just do something that's going to fill in kind of the normal area that would be a full 1 stud offset. So it'll be 5 by 6 as opposed to 6 by 7. Anywho, put in those 2 by 2 jumpers, line them up, then do 1 by 2 jumpers, and this is where it's important that you used 1 by 3s because the hollow part at the top of the jumper is going to grab the cylinder in the middle of the front of the brick. Do that there, do that there. So that's why you needed 1 by 3s above it. And then 2 by 2 jumpers, filling 2 more columns. Loud automobiles going by outside my windows. So now you should have a nice bottom for your Super Nintendo. So the thing about that jumper bottom as well, it looks really good when you see it. From most angles you won't even be able to tell that that's going on. It'll all just kind of be shaded in darkness. So no biggie if you just have plates and can't do the half stud offset and just do a full stud offset. Finishing out the front, gonna pull up this 1 by 3 tile briefly, put in a 1 by 1 light gray brick there, and replace the tile. Going across the front, we're going to use some more dark gray Erling bricks. So this will be where the controllers plug in. Then a 1 by 1 light gray brick, 2 more dark gray Erling bricks, and then a light gray Erling brick, covered up with a 1 by 6 tile to hold that all in place from above. This is where the power light goes, so I'm using a red 1 by 1 round tile there, but you could also use just a transparent red 1 by 1 round plate, and that would just have the bump on the front. So yeah, that is the console. Now let's build a couple controllers. The controllers were hard to do well at this size, but I think I came up with a pretty good solution. Starts with a 1 by 3 tile. If you don't have a tile, you could use a 1 by 3 plate, but it is important that it's 3 long because it holds everything together. Flip it around, then take 3 Erling bricks. You're going to put 1 kind of up and 2 upside down. And then in the back of these holes, this brown flower plate was the best thing I could find for the D-pad. This piece doesn't come in black yet. Lego, if you're paying attention, please give us this piece in black. But it does have the 4 kind of angles of the D-pad, up, down, left, right. So I thought that worked really well as a D-pad. For the North American, or at least United States Super Nintendo design, the controller over here was a gray circle area that then had the 4 small buttons on it. I didn't bother to try and get into the button detail, but just that dark gray circle is what I was going for there. To try and get the curvy bits at the bottom, I just did 1 by 1 tiles here. So that, kind of being slightly below that, I thought gave that effect. There's possibly better ways to do it, but working at this scale, it's hard to get a lot of detail. This, hard to see against the black background, is a black string that's 11 long that has studs on each end, so that's perfect piece, in my opinion, to connect a controller to the system. And then for the controller plug, it's a 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 jumper in black, and that connects onto there, and then you can plug it in. Of course, you can build a second one for 2-player action. Another piece, instead of the string, you could use like a flexible hose piece. That's not going to be able for it to just lay flat. It'll always kind of jump out to that, but same effect, more or less. So yeah, plug in your controllers, and it's ready to play. Beep, 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 beep. So yeah, here's kind of just a look at the finished Super Nintendo console. This is about half the size of the Super Nintendo Classic, which is about half the size of the original Super Nintendo. So this is about a quarter of the size of the original Super Nintendo. And I'm talking in just lengths as opposed to area and volume. So, you know, it's actually what, a 16th of the size, but a quarter of the length and width and height each. So what would that be? A 64th? 1/64th of the size of the original Super Nintendo. Math is fun. Yeah. You can pull the cartridge in and out. There's no action features on these buttons. That would be a pretty advanced thing, but you can, of course, easily disconnect the controllers and the cartridge, so there is definitely a little bit of playability in that sense. In terms of official LEGO figures, this Super Nintendo ended up being about to scale with the constructible action figures, most of which are from Star Wars, but they've had a couple others. So this Scout Trooper here can kind of hold on to that Super Nintendo and it look about to the right size. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Brick 101, and also consider checking out our Brickverse Super Nintendo Classic episode, as well as many of our other video game focused how to build videos. And let me know in the comments if there's another video game system you'd like to see me do in LEGO.